Hey, it's A. Collector here. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the 2-pound death card of Johann Sailer. So without further ado, we'll go and get started. So going from the top of the card here, in prayer for our dear son and brother Johann Sailer, farmer's son from Dondelberg, Obergefreiter in a Pioneer Regiment, who after 3 years of faithful service, died a heroic death on January 31st, 1945, at the age of 22 during the heavy fighting in Hungary, and was buried in the Hero Cemetery in Gran. Rest in peace. Now, unfortunately, it's very common from late war cards. I don't have a casualty record for Johann. However, I did find a hit from him on Volksbund. He was born on July 8th, 1923 in Tittmening, and died at Black Mountain in the pass between Esztergom and Pilisszentlelek. I probably butchered that. I apologize. I'm going to put the map up here. Now, Esztergom was the site of heavy fighting at the time of his death. It was actually captured by the Soviets on December 26, 1944, retaken by the Germans on January 6, 1945, and finally completely lost by the Germans in March of 1945. So there's a lot of heavy fighting going on in this region of Hungary at the time, and unfortunately, like I said, without Johann's casualty record, we don't know what unit he was in, but he was clearly one of many units that were involved in the fighting in the region. And interestingly, when I was doing the research on the fighting in this area, there's actually a bridge there called the Maria Valeria Bridge that was just rebuilt in 2001 that the Germans had actually blown up during the fighting in the region in 1944. So kind of interesting that the ferocity and scale of the fighting there is such that it took them 60 years almost to rebuild this bridge. And given his death in January, Johann was likely killed during the Konrad Operations, which were aimed at relieving the siege of Budapest. But unfortunately, without more information, we can't really say that for sure. And moving out of the bottom of the card here. Far from your beloved paternal home, you breathed your young life to an end. For your fatherland, in the distress of war, you met a heroic death all too soon. The green grass now covers you, brave hero. You died the death of honor on a wide, bloody field. And moving to the back here, we have a nice photo of Johann, just full-page photo. As we can see there, he seems to be wearing Luftwaffe collar tabs. So it's a bit unclear if he was in a Luftwaffe, Feld unit of some kind, or if he'd been kind of, pulled into another ad hoc unit, which did happen when you get into, 1944 or 45. So, like I said, without an actual casualty record, it's impossible to know for certain. But yeah, overall, really interesting card. Like I said, shame we don't have the records, but still, I was able to find a little bit of information just because of how heavy the fighting was in the region. There's some decent record to it online. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you. Thank you all for watching. Happy collecting, and I will see you all again very soon.